Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for joining me today. It really does mean a lot. So this video is going to be a get ready with me using my Shop My Stash products that I've just pulled. Yeah, I've just done my Shop My Stash weekly Shop My Stash, but it's a special one. It's a project pan one, but I have pulled a couple of eyeshadow palettes that I want to use, want to test, and one of them is, let's just get it. Oh, I'm so excited about this, guys. Is this little baby. It's been in my collection since Christmas, so it's been in my collection like for practically 5 months. It's a Shaanxo the remix. I've said so many times I have got the original to it, but it was getting old. I do want to test the formulas against each other just to see what the older one looks like, if it looks the same as the newer one on the eyes. So this is the old, I don't know if it's the old formula. I don't know whether they redid the formula when they did this palette, but the old eyeshadows look like this as well. I love that blue brown shade, and what I like about this palette, they've actually put names on it this time. In the older palette they don't have names on at all. So that blue brown shade, for instance, is called Avocado. It's just such a pretty palette. So we're going to be using some of the neutrals. There really isn't a a neutral brown though, so I might have to dip into my, what I'll do, instead of using this side of the palette, because I could use Clarity, which is that cream ivory shade, for my cream ivory shade, but since I'm going to be dipping into the Too Faced milk chocolate, because that is Project Pan, for the salted caramel shade, unless there's one in the back. No, there is, no, not really. I mean, there is that one there, Bestie, but it's not light enough for me. So what we'll do is we'll be using the Too Faced milk chocolate. I didn't know I was going to do this, so it's a surprise to me as well, in conjunction with this lovely Shaanxo one. And the shade that I really want to concentrate on in here is this one, this peach shimmer. It is so beautiful. Dream Girl. I'm going to be doing 3 look 1 palette with this palette later on in the week, but I just have to do a quick look now just because I've got to go to my mum's shortly. It's Sunday and she needs a medication doing tonight, so it's just a case of me putting some makeup on and using this palette. But I've wanted to try this for 4 months now, and I think this is the last palette I got for Christmas. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure it's the last palette that's new in my collection. And once I've done the testing the formula of this one and the older one will be going, just because I got this because obviously it's got all the old eyeshadows in from her first palette. So yes, let's put the makeup on. I was actually going to say let's put the concealer on, but we're not doing 3 looks 1 palette. Right, so I'm just going to tie my hair back with this lovely little bobble here. Just the top half. I've been trying not to tie the whole thing back just because of these problems with my neck I've got and tension headaches. I just put it up in a little top knot. Right, so first off we're going to try and get everything out of this. There isn't that much left. I used the majority of it yesterday. Look, it's practically empty, and we're just going to use it as normal on the nose, cheeks. Yeah, it's definitely going to be out today, this, and that's a good thing because I pulled the Sephora one in, so just going to use it all. Right, it's done. We've done it, guys. I've been using this 4 months and now it's finally out of the collection. It can go in empties. We'll be talking about that at the end of the month, but you've had a sneak peek. I'm really digging this shirt as well, by the guys. It's got buttons down it and then it's got a little tie. Really digging it. I love this kind of blue. And I just saw it in the wardrobe. It was wrinkled to buggery, so I ironed it, and I just really like it on. I've not wore it in 2 years. I got it probably about 3 years ago, and I used to wear it all the time, mainly when I had a tan, because it looks better when you've got fake tan on. But I just thought I want to wear that today, so yes, I'm wearing this, and I'm wearing some khaki like crop trousers as well. It looks really nice. Right, so the other primer, which other primer did I pull? Oh yeah, it's here. So we didn't pull a glowy primer this time. I wanted to use this one again. It feels like so long since I used this e.l.f. hydrating face primer. I think this video is going to be a long one, another long one. I'm really sorry about my videos being really long lately. I mean, I filmed one yesterday which was a chatty get ready with me using Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I went into all kinds of information on it, but yeah, it was 50 minutes long, and that is really long. So if you do watch it, I really appreciate that, but if you don't have the time, I completely understand that as well, because 50 minutes for one video is so long, and it was an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm like, no, that's too long, we need to edit it somewhere. So yeah, that's what I did. Right, so now we're going to go in with the strobing pearl cream. I just need to get my mirror for this now. This one's quite golden, where the Rimmel one that I used last week is quite white, I mean, the Rimmel one is more pearl than this one. This should be called, I don't know, gold sands or something like that. It's really nice though, it gives you a really nice glow. And I always end up putting too much on. Right, let's see what this foundation does today, because there is barely anything in it, and I keep saying I'm going to have to cut into it soon. But yeah, I'm going to close the makeup drawer just in case any goes in there, and put it away from my shirt. I don't want it on my shirt. It went on my jeans yesterday. Was not happy. And it's another really quiet day today here. It's been quiet all morning, which I really do appreciate. So it just goes to show those teenagers or whoever, they don't come round here on a Sunday, so filming is good on a Sunday. It's a good day to film. Let's zoom in. Good job. I've got other videos that I can upload, but I want that one going up as soon as possible really. I want to show you the look I created. Right, so now we're going to be using this same old concealer. I need to be careful with it today. Like I said, it went all over me trousers yesterday. Oh, I haven't made sure that there's no brush marks. I'll have to do that once I've blended this in. I didn't put any on my face, on my eyes, under my eyes. That's probably my mum ringing me. I'll have to ring her back in a minute. I'm just going in with the Primark Glow Intensity setting spray. Don't really like it, but I don't mind it for like making sure there's no brush marks on my face. It's really good for that, and it does give a little bit of a glow. I just don't like setting my entire face with it. Okay, let me go and see who's called me and ring them back. Right, so I'm going to be using this Revolution Beyond Radiance palette, and the reason for this, I'm using it under the eyes by the way guys, is because it's got this really gorgeous white shade in it, and it's really good for under the eyes. It has got a tiny amount of glitter in, but nowhere near as much glitter as the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder in shade 1. Just look at that, look how white it is. I mean, it's so finely milled as well. So if you've got this palette and you haven't thought to do that, I would highly recommend it if you do want your under eyes to look a lot brighter. I'm just gonna make sure there's no creases. Yeah, it is quite glittery actually, but you can only see it if you're really up close to someone like that. Again. So yeah, I was really excited to use that. I've not used it. It seems like such a long time ago I used it. And I'm really excited to use this. And again, it seems like forever ago since I used it. It's just because I rotate through my makeup collection and I want to give everything that's in my makeup collection so much love. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's open the cap. Oh, that's from last time. Right, so let's get a brush. Sorry about that, my nose was running. Right, so I'm just going to dip it in. It's got a tiny bit there. Love this powder so much. I know it's expensive. It's obviously not a drugstore. Too Faced is an expensive brand. But I got this when I think there was about 20% or 25% off. I think, well, I know originally it's £20, but they have started doing minis now, so if you don't want the full size you can actually get a mini of it. So I paid £18 I think, or £17.50, one or the other, and it's lasted me so long. I mean, but I do rotate powders through my collection so it will last long. I'll be happy if I have this for at least a year and then I'll just repurchase it. I'll definitely repurchase this one. It is my favourite one in my collection. So this is my favourite high end, and then the Rimmel, what's it called? I don't have too many loose powders. I'm just going to see what it's called. Oh yeah, the Rimmel Match Perfection is definitely my favourite loose powder in drugstore, so I would highly recommend this. This one is really finely milled as well. Ugh, drawers are so heavy. Anyway, let's not deflect because that's how videos get long, so I'm sorry for that. Right, so bronzer. We're being extra, so we're going to use the Chanel, and then over the top of that we're going to be using the Revolution and Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette. The bronzers from there, there's Warrior and there's a different one that I use. I mix them both together. I can't remember the names, but I'll tell them to you obviously when we get there. Oh, that, who was on the phone then, it wasn't my mum for once, it was my niece. It was really nice to hear from her. So yeah, I've not really heard from her a lot since this whole isolation began, and I miss her. So yeah, it was really nice to hear from her. She doesn't talk for long, but that's what 10-year-olds do. So if you're watching, Katie, hi! Yeah, so as usual, I'm just using this Olivia Hale brush to lightly dust this bronzer on all over really, even under here, double chin. which is the worst thing. It's one of the worst things about me. I was looking at some older videos and I came across one and I didn't have no double chin there. So yeah, I've not always had a double chin. Obviously I put on a bit of weight since then, but my weight fluctuates. It doesn't just stay the same. So I'll have to try and get that weight back down. I mean, the thing is with this Chanel bronzer, it's orange. It's very, very orange toned, and I think that's why I don't like it. If it was just a hair or two darker, more cool toned, I would love that bronzer. But yeah, we can make it a little bit darker now with the Revolution and Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette. It's a stunning palette, this. I really like it. Oh, so yeah, the one that I've really hit pan on is Literally. So I mix Literally and Warrior together, or I would if I had, oh, it's here. I was going to say I would if I had my bronzer brush. I always use this one. So yeah, we're just going to mix them together. I'll just look in this mirror. See, that's the kind of bronzer I like, or a cooler toned one. I'm just going over that Chanel one. That's what I mean about being a little bit extra. And I really like that Revolution. I've put a huge mirror in it. Well, Revolution and Image. She did a really good job on this palette. Right. So I'm just going to go over it again with this Real Techniques powder brush, especially on the chin area. So today, I'm filming this on Sunday, by the way. I did say earlier, didn't I? Today, Boris Johnson, that is. I talk like I'm on really good terms with him, don't I? Boris Johnson is going to be telling us if we can ease the lockdown in the UK. I'm really interested in seeing what he has to say. It's on at 7 o'clock, so I'll be at my mum's then, and we can watch it together. So I've heard that he is easing the restrictions, and how much, by how much though? I mean, I don't think it's the right time. I was watching the news a few days ago, and the Mayor of Manchester, which isn't far from where I live in the UK, said that we're at least 2 weeks behind London. So it's obviously not the right time, is it, to be relaxing any lockdown measurements. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to do things any differently to what I already do now. I very rarely go out to the shop. I've been going out every few days, only when I absolutely have to get basics. I've been going to the pharmacy for myself and for my mum. I have to go like at least once a week for her. I have to do her tablets once a week and just make sure she's got the essentials. She's not actually feeling too good at the moment, so she wants me to pay some bills for her. So I'll have to do that from tomorrow until she starts to feel better. I'm actually going to ring the doctor and just have a word with the doctor about her condition, because I'm actually, you know, getting a little bit worried about that. So I'll ring the doctor tomorrow and see what they say, because I don't want it to be left and she ends up back in hospital. That would just be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, right, so the bronzer's on. Changing the subject again. Bronzer's on. So we're going to put some MUA Skin Define Hydro Powder on just to sculpt out the bronzer. Love this stuff. And you can't get it anymore. It's just typical, isn't it? And then I go in with kind of like a powder brush like this and just sweep away the excess. Kind of like baking, isn't it? But I just don't leave it on for long enough. That side's alright. Blusher, what we're using. I'm going to use this combination. So I pulled this out again. I know I used it not that long ago. It's a Too Faced Mini Love Flush Love Hangover. This is 2 grams. How... Right, I'm deflecting again, but I've got an hourglass one here. Just wondering how many grams that is. Oh my gosh. Right, so this is 2 grams. This one looks bigger, doesn't it? I mean, it looks bigger, but there's only 1.3 grams in this. So there's actually more product in that mini. This one cost £22. When my friend asked me which one I wanted, and you know, I said don't get it, it's too expensive. Anyway, she got it. So that one cost £22, and this one came in a set. I'm sure I got the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I got like a brush. Yeah, I got a brush that says Too Faced on it, and I gave it to my niece. So she's got that. I just didn't want to keep it. But yeah, this is what this one looks like. So we're going to be using that. It's a really pretty peach, and then we're going to be using NARS Orgasm over the top. I mean, look at that packaging. Can I keep this insert on just because it is so pretty, but let's take that out. And then it looks like that. Now this is in Project Pan. There is no way in this entire universe I am going to make a dent on this before the end of the year. I mean, it's got a little bit of a dent on it, but there's no way I'm going to pan it. I don't know what I was thinking when I actually put that into a Project Pan. I should have put this one back in. This was in last year and I did get quite a lot of use out of it, but I didn't obviously pan it because I wasn't really focusing on it that much. Right, so what brush I'm going to use is this Real Techniques. It's from the Bold Metals collection. It's in the shade 300. I always put way too much on. I underestimate how pigmented they are, and I end up looking like a clown. And that's one thing I don't like. I am terrified of clowns, so I don't really want to look like one. There was this Snapchat filter on of a clown, and it made me into a clown, and I was so scared. The reason, I'll tell you a little story. The reason I'm scared of clowns is when I was really young, and I'm talking really young, we went to Blackpool for a day out, and there was a giant, and I mean giant, life-size clown on the pleasure park, in this like glass case, laughing, and it was like ho 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 ho, like that, and it had a crown on and everything, and I can remember what the clown looks like, and I was that small that I was still in a pram. My dad was still alive. He died when I was 7, by the way, if I've not already said that in other videos. Yeah, and he was pushing me around in the pram, and as soon as he noticed I hated that clown, I was crying my eyes out. I kept going around with the pram and until my mum said stop it, and ever since then I've just been terrified of clowns. It took everything I had to go and watch it, and I only went to watch, and I'm talking about the first one, not the second one. I've not seen that. I only watched it because my niece asked me to go with her. Otherwise I would never have gone. I really enjoyed that film though, but I seriously do not. So yeah, that's the story behind me not liking clowns, if you were interested in that. I wouldn't say it's a fear. I think, well I know, a fear for me is definitely rats. Rats and mice. Now, if anything ever came in my flat like that, you wouldn't see me for dust. Until they were gone. Until the exterminator had gotten rid of them. I know I couldn't actually do that because there's no one in here apart from me, so I would have to have some responsibility towards putting like mouse traps down and things like that. Oh, I like that. You don't actually need highlighter, do you, when you've got a glow like that? This is like the spring, summer. Why am I doing that? This is where this is like the spring, summer glow, isn't it? Right, so I don't need highlighter, but am I not going to wear highlighter? Well, no, because highlighter is my favourite thing to do, along with blush. That's why I've got so much in the collection. I think when I do my blush collection and highlighter collection, I'm going to try and declutter some, but it won't be a lot. So yeah, I'll be bringing you that soon. So again, we're going to be using this Ofra palette. So it's the hashtag Ofra Glow signature palette, if you've not seen any of these videos before. Just looks like that's in plain white packaging. I want to use one that I haven't used before. So I've used Pillow Talk, I haven't used Rodeo Drive, I've used Barley on the eyes. Oh, that's not Pillow Talk. That is Star Island, that's Rodeo Drive, that's Barley, that's Pillow Talk, and that is what? Blissful. Right, so let's try Rodeo Drive. I think that is going to be far too dark for me. I've been using this brush recently. It's the Cala Crease 115 brush, so I'm just going to, because I used it yesterday with my Essence highlight, I'm just going to wipe it off, and we're going to go in with this one here, Rodeo Drive. I've done it wrong again. What I need to be doing is putting some setting spray on first, and then it's got something to kind of adhere to. And I really like this one. This is probably the cheapest setting spray that I've ever had in my collection. It was $2.99, and it's the W7 Ready Set Glow Rose Gold Illuminating Setting Spray. I might check if they do this on eBay, because they do it at TJQ, but that's not going to be open now. I don't need it for a while. It's still up to there, so in a few weeks if I need a new one, I might see if they do it there. I don't really like ordering at this time, you know, at this time that we're in, but if I need something then I don't really have a choice. Unless I just don't use a setting spray, which you don't really need to do you? Because you don't need to have your makeup lasting. Right, so I would still got some on the blush. We'll proceed. It's not too dark. That isn't too dark for my skin tone. Blissful will be. Just a really nice gold. And I've got a feeling that molten rose gold is going to be too dark. If it's too dark, it's a really nice soft, smooth highlighter that would look good on my eyes. So I'll just use it as eyeshadow. I'm not wasting it. So they are very powdery. Can you see how powdery they are? Oh, that one is. And they're all like that. They're really powdery. So I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I do need to just get a normal size one, a full size one should I say, and check the formula. So yeah, I really want one called Moon Dance. So I might get that one next. Right, so shall we just blend everything in? Then we can go on to the eyeshadow palettes, and I think I'll do the brows actually first. I don't know why I've got loads of glitter on my forehead. Can you see that? Oh well, when my hair's down you won't. So we're just going in with a Revolution brow pencil in, yeah, it's medium brown. It's like, I thought it was that. Then I'm just putting this brow gel on from Makeup Gallery. And I forgot to actually put the Revolution Radiance palette, some of the powder in the first one. I like to kind of buff it into the skin like I would the Hourglass powders because they are really, really similar. Then we're going to go in with this one. We'll go in with the same brush. That's kind of mattified it. And when I run out of this, I'll definitely repurchase it because it does really remind me of the Hourglass powders. If you're keen to try them, I would definitely recommend this one. I mean, they do this one and they do Beyond Radiance, which I've got both of them, but this one is basically skin tones, so yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. And then the Beyond Radiance, I've only used the white powder so far, but yeah, you could use them for skin tones as well, so it depends what you want it for. Right, so now eyeshadow time. Right, so we're just going to go in with the Too Faced white chocolate shade. Put all my brushes away this morning when I did the weekly shop my stash, so I'm just going to go in with this one, this deluxe crease brush. Love this one. It's the same as the normal crease brush that Revolution do, the purple one that I've got. They've just basically put a different print on it. They ran this competition which design they thought should win, and everyone chose Berlin, and I'm glad that they did because it's kind of my heritage. My mum's side is from Germany, so yeah, I'm really, really glad to have that. And then we're going to go in with Salted Caramel, and then we're just going to switch over to the Shaanxo palette, the Remix. I think from now on when I use that I'm just going to say the Remix, and hopefully you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm going to be using this Smashbox brush. I'm just going to run it through the colour switch, and it's not going to be like too dramatic just because I don't have much time. I absolutely adore this Salted Caramel shade. If I don't hit pan on this, then there's something seriously wrong. I'm really digging my brush in it to try and hit pan on it. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll leave that. Actually no, we'll put the white chocolate shade down again just on the brow bone like I always do. I used to put shimmers down, but my brows are in so much need of attention. Yeah, so it's just a wash of colour on the crease there. I want to blend that in. Why does this camera keep stopping? It is ridiculous. It must be when it warms up, like the battery gets too hot or something. Just can't keep up with me, that's what it is. I think it's SLRs. I mean, I didn't really have that problem with my Olympus, which I am missing like crazy. Darn. This darn lens has gone kaput on me. So that needs to get fixed when we can go to the stores and things. But I'm prepared to wait. Obviously I have got a camera and I am one of the lucky ones that had a backup camera, and this is a good camera, you know, so I can't complain about it. Well, not too much anyway. Right, so I might actually put some Bestie in the outer corner. Shall we do that? Yeah. Right, let's run this Real Techniques shading brush through the colour switch. It's not that pigmented. No, it's not that pigmented at all. Blend them in. Take that up to, well, into the crease a little bit. And then we're going to go in with Dream Girl. And I think I'm going to use Island Glow as an inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to go on with my finger at first, and then if we need to we can build it up by spraying the brush. I think we're going to need to build it up. It's quite powdery. Yeah, it's very, very powdery. I don't remember the other formula being like this. So I'm hoping it's not all the eyeshadows. Let's get a brush that we can use. I think we'll use this one. So this one is a PS Beauty by Primark one, but it's got this like nice little brush here. So we'll put some spray on. I mean, I didn't pay full price for this palette. I got it from TK Maxx with some Christmas money. So there's tons of fallout, even when I've sprayed my brush. This is such a pretty shade as well. Just building it up where I can. I mean, what does everyone think of this new remix one? If you've got it, could you let me know? Especially this shade that I'm using now, this peach one, Dream Girl. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. It's a gorgeous, it's like a duochrome. Right, let's wipe away the excess. It's all here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Right, let's try the shade that I'm going to use for the inner corner. Not on that brush though. I'm just going to use the Real Techniques accent brush. So again, it's called Island Glow. And again, this is the same. Tons of fallout. I was hoping that this palette, well, I had high expectations for it just because I really enjoyed the other palette. So yeah, we will be doing a testing the old palette versus the new palette on the shades that they have in the older palette. So I'm looking forward to doing that and just seeing how it performs. But this, can you see the fallout there? Just on those two shades alone. So I dread to think what the darker shades are going to be like. But yeah, right, let's get some eyeliner on. And mascara's there. I always lose this MAC eyeliner just because it is so tiny. I feel like it's always hiding from me. I've got it. It's MAC's Graph Black. I always say this in every single video. It's the one that I'm project panning. The only thing that I've used that isn't project pan is the Shaanxo Remix palette. Yeah, Remix palette. I always really get watery eyes when I try and go into tight line. Yeah, and then the mascara is the PS Beauty 3D Lash Effect. I have no clue what lipstick I'm going to wear. I wore a lipstick yesterday and I absolutely loved it, but I don't want to wear the same one today. It would go really nice with this lipstick. The one that I wore for the Urban Decay Naked Free Keep Pore Declutter, so you'll see that soon. But I'm debating whether to wear that again. I don't know whether to wear something neutral or, yeah, it's gonna have to be something neutral. I'm gonna have some dinner soon. My mum's gonna make me some Sunday dinner while I'm there, so that's the best thing about Sundays. Right, let me just go through my lipstick collection and I'll choose a lipstick and then I'll be back. Right, so I've not used this one in a hot second. It's Colourpop Lippy Stick in the shade Contempo. So this is a nice, I think it's a matte, yeah, it's a matte. It's a nice, neutral, everyday, wearable matte shade. Matte, neutral shade. Oh, I like that with that look. I'm going to come forward in a minute. I'm just going to take my hair out. Get the priorities straight. Take the knot out. Right. So, this is what we're looking like. So there we have it, guys. This is the entire look. Hope you've enjoyed watching me create this look. I'm really hoping this palette is going to get better. I really don't like the fact that this is so powdery. I expected more from BH Cosmetics, just because I've been using palettes. Like, I got another palette from BH Cosmetics for Christmas as well, and that is so much better than this. I don't like powdery eyeshadows. And come to mention it, right, I'm just looking at this palette, just looking down at it, and it's actually only got it's actually only got 2 shimmers and 6 mattes in the new formula that they've done. Or should I say, not new formula, should I say new eyeshadows that they put in this palette, because in the older palette they had lipsticks in, cream lipsticks, so they've only actually put 2 shimmers in, which I actually prefer shimmers to mattes, and these darker ones aren't really me, but obviously I will try them for the sake of the upcoming videos. And I know for sure that I won't use this baby girl shade here. Shaanxo, on a video that I saw her do, she actually used that as blush. Maybe I'll try it as a blusher, but it's not even my shade as a blush. I mean, look at it, that is hell pigmented. And then on this side, yeah, this side's so much better. We've got 5 shimmers and 4 mattes. I had to kind of mentally work it out then. I think I like this side more, if it's going to perform the same way as the older one does. But this is the palette. She is a beauty. I'm just not too sure about the new eyeshadows that they put in. I mean, you can get them to work when you actually put spray on, and most people that I know actually use spray anyway. They don't even go in first and test it without. But at the end of the day, not everyone wants to use fixing spray to get eyeshadows to work. I don't actually mind if I've got fixing spray in, then, or you can use water, then I'll do that just to get a little bit more pigment. But the actual eyeshadows are very powdery. Let's see. Right, let me put this through the colour switch, and I'm just going to go in to the older formula. Well, I think it's the older formula. I don't know if they reformulated them. So what I'm going to do is go in with one that I haven't used. I've now swatched Avocado because it's my favourite shade. This one next to it, Toasted, I haven't. So I'm just going to kind of like dip into that and see what... A little bit, there's a little bit of fallout, not much. Yeah, the more you go in with your brush, the more fallout there is, and that's just that one there in the shade Toasted. But this is what the palette looks like. It really is a gorgeous palette. When I've done like the 3 Looks 1 palette, I'll also be doing a review on the blog. So thank you for watching today. It really means the world to me. If you've not already subscribed and become part of our little fam here on YouTube, I would really appreciate it if you would. Just click that subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell. And I'm currently working on a 500 subscriber giveaway. When I reach 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway for 2 people. Sorry, you've seen my pink finger. Yeah, it's going to be for 2 people. It's going to be open internationally, so not just in the UK. I don't think it's fair to just do a giveaway for UK people, just because I know that a lot of my subscribers live in other parts of the country. So I want to keep it open internationally, but I do feel like that 500 subscriber mark is a good one to give away. Well, my first ever giveaway. So yeah, I hope you'll enter if and when we get there, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys, have a great day.